Long before cities, before language, before history was written, there was night. Cold, endless, silent, a pitch-dark prehistoric landscape with a silhouette of early humans huddled together for warmth, just barely visible against the inky black backdrop. The only other light source, the faint starlight shining down on them from above. I want to tell you a story tonight. A story about the first time our ancestors looked up at the stars and wondered, are we alone? But it's a story that can only be told in darkness. So let's turn off the lights and imagine, if you will, a world without light, a world without sound. All around us, the endless black of space presses in, suffocating, cold, uncaring. And then, like a tiny pinprick of light in the distance, we see a single star, then another, and then another. Together, they form a path leading up and away from the darkness. Following this celestial river to its source, we eventually come to a place where the darkness is deepest, where the silence is most profound. And there, in the stillness, we hear a voice that is both ancient and timeless, whispering secrets of the universe, stories of creation and destruction, of life and death. It is the sound of the cosmos itself, and it is calling to us. Okay, here's your scene. Cave interior, early humans huddled around some rocks, shivering in the cold, trying to keep warm. In the distance, you can see the eyes of a predator glowing in the darkness. Music is sparse and tense with some distant animal sounds thrown in there. I want you to imagine a world where night meant fear, where survival depended on luck, where the only thing between you and the dinosaurs was a thin layer of rock and dirt. No fire to keep you warm, no light to chase away the darkness, just the sound of the wind and the distant roar of a hungry T-Rex. So let's just appreciate the fact that we have fire. Okay, let's just appreciate the fact that we have fire and not a single dinosaur. Also, this cave is on fire. So that's nice. Now, let's get out of here before the cave collapses and buries us alive. Come on, let's go. I got us some sweet cave paintings to check out. Look at this one. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. What does it mean? What does it all mean? The fire's warmth gave way to tools, to civilization's spark. Humans learned to cook meat and forge primitive metal tools. They cleared forests with fire, all before the dawn of man. And you can see it in the sparks flying from the blacksmith's hammer, the smoke rising from the burning logs, the shadows dancing in the flickering flames. This is the story of mankind in a minute. Forging tools in the fire, building shelters, hunting wild animals for food. For our ancestors, fire was life. It kept them warm at night and helped them survive. The discovery of fire was mankind's greatest invention, a technological singularity event that allowed us to advance to the next level. With fire, humans could now do things they couldn't do before. They could smelt metals and make tools. They could clear forests and farm the land. They could cook food and preserve it for the winter. With fire, humans became more than just survivors, they thrived. And so, with our first great invention, we bring you the story of mankind in a minute. Every day, 6 to 8 p.m., right here. See you then. Scene 4. Mastery of Flame. 4,000 years ago, humans began to understand the power of fire. At first it was just a way to cook food and keep warm. But soon, fire became more than nature's gift. It was mastery. It was survival. It was transformation. The image is of humans striking stones together. Sparks are flying everywhere. There are small fires burning inside of caves. Outside of the caves, children are watching in awe as the adults work the fire, keeping it alive and sustaining it. The lighting is warm and cinematic. The music is a mix of hopeful strings and subtle rhythmic percussion that builds in intensity as the scene progresses, reflecting the growing mastery over fire. This is a pivotal moment in human history. The discovery of how to make fire and control it was a major step in the development of our species. It allowed us to cook food, which made us smarter. It kept us warm during the cold nights, and it gave us light in the darkness. For the longest time, we didn't know how to make fire. We were at the mercy of lightning strikes and falling stars. But once we figured it out, everything changed. We went from being afraid of fire to controlling it to using it to our advantage. This mastery over fire is what allowed us to survive and thrive. It's one of the things that makes us human. A campfire crackles merrily. Flames rise up and curl into the night sky. A group of humans sit around it, their faces illuminated by the firelight. Some are telling stories, some are listening intently, and the children are wide-eyed with wonder. Throughout history, fire has been a source of warmth and light in the darkness. It's no surprise then that many of our stories, our myths, and our rituals were born around fire, the light of human spirit. This scene is brought to you by a digital art platform. The music is a soft choral pad with some gentle acoustic elements accompanying it. It's a beautiful, evocative piece that underscores the primal importance of fire in our history and culture. As the flames dance and flicker, they cast long shadows on the faces of the storytellers, their eyes gleaming with excitement as they share tales of adventure and intrigue. The children listen with rapt attention, their imaginations running wild. And as the smoke curls up into the night sky, it seems to carry with it the very essence of these stories, these myths, and this ancient, eternal flame. Sincerci. Ultrum, a visual prompt of a time-lapse of fire evolution from cave to torch to city lights to modern city skyline at night with a cinematic fade. A single flame that lit the path to who we are today. A voiceover says, a single flame that lit the path to who we are today. The background music is a slow cinematic fade out from the primal fire crackle to a modern orchestral tone. This is the end of the story. It's been an epic journey through time, a wild ride from the Big Bang to the present day, all because of one tiny spark, a single flame that ignited the darkness and led to the birth of humanity. But our story doesn't end here. It continues on in the next video, so be sure to click the link in the description below to keep the adventure going. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you learned something new, and subscribe for more videos like this. And now over to you, what do you think? What do you find most fascinating about the story of humanity? Let us know in the comments below.